We have a studio guest with us. His name is Captain Tim Miller. He joins us from the Twin Falls County Sheriff's Department. He's filling in for Ken Menzel today. He walked in jokingly said, "Yeah, I'm Ken Menzel." Um, Actually, you're only about 5 years older, right?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I think you and I are closer to the same age.
but I have a lot more white in my hair, so
Well, that's experience, I
some
guess.
frightening dreams that I have and the like. We were just talking off air. This period that was called the deadliest days of summer, technically, I guess, has come to an end. But technically, we can say Labor Day has come and gone, but that really doesn't mean a whole lot, does it?
Well, to me, it's 365 days. When we look at statistically, sure, most of the deaths occur between Memorial Day and Labor Day, but it doesn't mean that as drivers that we can put our guard down because we still travel. Even through Thanksgiving, through any of the holidays, we have a lot of hunters that are traveling right now. We have Christmas coming up. You know, all of those things will accumulate and put more people on the roadway. And so to put our guard down saying, well, 100 deadliest days is over, it never stops for us. So um, the way I look at it is we'll continue to do our enforcement actions as much as we can. Those 100 deadliest days were actually they helped fund some additional patrols. It didn't stop the patrols that we already had planned. So um, we have other emphasis traffic things that we're doing. One of the things we do is down on Highway 93, down towards Jackpot. We were tasked with manning the boat check station, um, and Department of Ag is providing funding for that. And it's got to the point that it's a 65 mile per hour zone from Rogerson down to the Nevada line, and the officers are telling me, we're not stopping anything less than 80 because it's just so frequent. I know one of the deputies brought 14 citations in the other day for working 10 hours, and all of them were 80 plus. Um, and again, 93 it's a deadly road, and I would like to think that we're making an impact on because we haven't had some deaths down there for a while, and I would like to think that that's helping um, educate the public. Citation is part of it's enforcement, but it's also part of education.
It's a straight stretch, but for the most part, it's very hilly, and that's why I think people should slow down, right?
Well, and you'll see them, once it's starting to get um, nighttime is earlier, and there are animals crossing the road. There are cattle that are loose down there. There are antelope and deer that are crossing, and to hit one of those and have it come up into your windshield, I mean that can be a deadly situation.
The other part of this too is I was just driving a couple of weeks ago and I was behind for a good 10 minutes, a big piece of farm machinery. We have a lot of people out there doing some cutting right now. Plus, you got the school buses. All of these things have been thrown out on the roads that just weren't there a couple of weeks back.
Yeah, you look at we got sugar beets and potatoes coming on harvesting, and you're going to see some debris on the road as far as from the field, whether it be mud or weeds or part of the plants. Um, and those things do get slick in the mornings when it's frosty. That puts a little moisture on that, and it makes it very slick. Or if it rains, and again, then you have the slow traffic of the trucks coming out of the fields, and they're trying to keep their load on. Um, and again, those are things that we watch. One, that they're not overloaded, um, uh, and the fact that if they are impeding traffic, as farmers, they need to pull over if there's three or more vehicles behind them that are going slow. Then they are impeding traffic. Then they need to pull over and let those cars go by.
I was going to say just some of the size. I saw somebody pulling some hay on a flatbed a couple of weeks back over in Jerome, and uh, the loads are enormous because bales are so much bigger now than they used to be too.
Yes, and I was driving to American Falls, and one caught fire there on the freeway.
Ooh.
I saw that fire. Um, it caught fire on the back part of the load on the back on the second trailer, and so they scrambled to try and disconnect, and of course that made a mess of backup on the freeway for several miles. And I was glad I was in the opposite lane, but um, you know we live in an agricultural community, and we have to be cognizant of that. Um, many times when we're driving in town, we don't think about those things, but when we're driving out, on pole line or any of those roads where there's agricultural equipment, tractors moving, the tractors don't move that fast. And when you're doing 50 or 60 miles per hour, you can gain that distance between you pretty quickly and not notice that that vehicle's in front of you.
Got about 15 seconds. People, if they haven't checked out your Facebook page, should do that, right?
Mine or the sheriff's office?
I guess both.
Because mine's kind of funny. But yeah, the sheriff's office, we provide updates on the Facebook page. We try to get on there as often as we can to provide any updates of issues. Um, one of the questions that have been asked me is the canyon jump. Are we going to be involved, and how many people are we going to be deployed for that? And I can tell you, we haven't been contacted for our use. So it's an event that it's my understanding was supposed to be televised, and so I would encourage watch it on TV.
I want to thank Captain Tim Miller from the Twin Falls County Sheriff's Department for dropping by. We'll be talking soon.
I hope so.
It's 8:40 and it's 55.